First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, Miami. I'm the brother lawyer.
The brother of war.
And what we want to go into in this lesson is how, as a nation, we've been scattered, but the Lord's going to deliver us from the places that we have been dispersed to.
That's right.
Okay. And, of course, we understand that through the scriptures, but the beauty of it, on a certain level, is that it's going to be a big family reunion.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, we have to understand that at one point in time, as a nation, we were all together. You know what I'm saying? We were all together in our land under King David and Solomon, and prior to that, but over time, because of our disobedience, we had been dispersed, throughout the nation, and the family broke up. Eventually, keeping different customs, speaking different languages, dressing differently, viewing the world differently.
Yep.
Okay, looking differently. We've been scattered into the extremities of the earth, man. So the family has been broken apart for a very long time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But, the promise of the Holy Scriptures is that the Lord's going to gather his people again, all right? And we're going to have one mind, one judgment, one language. We're going to be one people. We're going to, just the beauty of just envisioning our people, coming back under one order. You know what I'm saying? Being under one faith, having one way, having one decorum. You know what I'm saying? In complete order underneath the Most High and His Son. That's going to be a beautiful thing, man.
Right.
Okay? All right? And so that's what we want to just go into in this lesson, and we got to meditate on things like this, man.
That's right.
Okay? We got to meditate on things like this. The Lord has many great promises for us, man. We have to meditate on them and be thankful for them and praise the Lord, that this is not only promised and possible, but that it will happen.
That's right.
So we're going to start here with Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And you could go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 7:1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right. Okay. So these 4 angels, as we understand them, okay, are 4 actual angels that are set up in the earth to hold back the destruction.
Right. Yep.
Okay. You go to Jeremiah chapter, I want to say 51.
Yeah, 51.
It talks about how the Lord will send upon Babylon a destroying wind. Okay, which represents the nuclear destruction that's going to come upon this place. All right, via ICBM missile fire. Okay.
Yep.
All right, the kings of the East, Russia, okay, China, Iran, okay, all right, and many other Eastern countries, including, NATO and EU members, okay, are going to fire missiles upon Babylon to destroy Babylon the Great.
Sure.
Okay, and that's going to be, a great destruction that's going to take place upon the earth. Sure. All right, so, before that happens, the Lord has angels set up to hold back that destruction. So why? So that the elect can be sealed.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Because it's going to be a great destruction. So the Lord is long suffering to usward so that we may repent.
That's right.
Okay. Verse 2. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Right. Go ahead.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Right. So until the elect are sealed, okay, beginning with the 144,000, all right, the destruction is not going to come.
That's right.
Okay. All right. But once the elect are sealed, okay, beginning with the 144,000, the destruction is going to be let loose in the earth.
Yep.
It's going to be a great destruction that's going to take place. Babylon the Great is going to be utterly destroyed by fire. Okay, as it's written in Revelation, the 18th chapter.
Sure.
Okay, but even other parts of the earth are going to be affected by this destruction. Sure. Okay, which scriptures talk about how the beast was slain and cast into into the fire, the false prophet.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. The scriptures talk about how Moab shall be as Sodom and Gomorrah. Woe unto Asia.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
scriptures talk about how there's going to be great destruction in the valley of the Jehoshaphat. All right. It's going to be great destruction in the land of Israel. Okay. All right. How islands, and mountains shall be removed out of their places. How the tidal waves shall arise with waves from the deep, and the fishes of the sea are troubled. Okay, you read in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay, woe unto Babylon, woe unto Asia, woe unto Egypt, woe unto Syria. Okay, so this destruction is going to affect different parts of the globe, man, and that's why the elect must be sealed into salvation, so that wherever they are upon the earth, they will be delivered.
That's
okay,
right.
all right, because the earth is going to rock to and fro as a drunkard. Okay, all right, so it's going to be a great earthquake. It's going to be much chaos on the earth, but the Lord is going to pluck His elect out of it.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000.
Okay, all right. So those 12,000 out of each tribe, okay, the 144,000
Yep.
is dealing with the leadership.
That's right.
Okay, the prophets, the teachers, the evangelists, the priests, okay, the apostles, all right, the judges, okay, all right, out of each tribe, okay, 12,000 out of each tribe, okay, and that's going to be the leadership of our nation, man. Okay, that's why when you go to Revelation, I believe it's the 14th chapter, talks about how, I, John, saw upon the Mount Zion of 144,000.
Yep.
Okay, all right, which had the name of the Father written in their foreheads.
Yep.
Okay, which mountains represents governments. Okay, so that 144,000 being on top of it lets you know that they're going to be the heads of New Jerusalem. They're going to be head of the nation in the kingdom underneath Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's right.
All right. Go ahead.
Verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb.
Right. Okay. And that's the point I really wanted to get, because you have the 144,000, and then you also have a great multitude.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Scattered throughout the globe, that around the earth, around the world, that's going to be delivered, man.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Out of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues. Okay. And it says, what? Salvation to our God, man.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You go to Jeremiah. It says, surely in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of the mountains. Surely in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. Okay. Ye shall know that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people Israel shall never be ashamed. All right. It's also in the book of Joel. Okay. All right. So this is talking about the Israelites being delivered, okay, from the four corners of the earth, wherever they have been scattered, man.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Giving praises to the Most High, man. All right. Our people have been scattered all over the world. Here in the Western Hemisphere, you got so-called Negroes, known as African Americans. Okay. All right. Levi, known as Haitians. Okay. Simeon, known as people of Dominican Republic.
Right.
All right. Manasseh, known as Cubans. All right. Ephraim, known as Puerto Ricans. Okay. The people of Argentina and Uruguay to Venezuela, Peru, Brazil, Colombia. Okay. Colombia to Uruguay, Asher.
Asher, yep.
Okay, the people of Central America, Zebulon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Native Americans. Okay, North American Indians known as Gad.
Yep.
I'm saying the Reubenites known as the Seminole Indians.
Yep.
Okay, Issachar known as the Mexicans.
Yep.
All right, the Benjaminites known as the West Indians, Jamaicans, and Bahamians.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and then you got the Argentinians and Chileans,
Yep.
Naphtali. Okay,
Yep.
all right, and then all over the world, you also have other Israelites that are scattered. Okay, that are not necessarily known by those terms. You know, you got brothers that come out of West Africa. Okay, and Central Africa. Okay, you got Jake that's in Europe. That's why you got GMS Germany, GMS Holland, GMS Finland, GMS Italy,
yep.
GMS London.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
You got GMS Australia. You got GMS Hawaii. You know, we everywhere. Okay, you know, you got believers in the Philippines. I remember a couple of years ago, you had a brother in Japan.
Right.
You know,
yep.
you got in China, there's a group of people out there calling upon Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's the supreme God.
Yep.
Okay. What's that about?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What the heck is that about, man? Okay. GMS Kenya. GMS, is that Zambia, I believe? Or Zimbabwe? One of them.
Right. One of them.
You know?
Right.
All right. So, you know, there you go, man. Our people are all over the earth, man. All over the world, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and that what we just mentioned is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Okay. All right, because the works of the Lord amongst men are hidden, man. But the Lord is going to deliver, you know, this great scattering of His people from the four corners and bring us back to our own land, man.
That's right.
Okay, and so all those barriers of language, of custom, of, you know, even appearance, okay, that's going to be a thing of the past. Okay, and we're all going to be underneath one order, you know, one faith. Okay, in complete unity. Okay, rejoicing in the Lord together.
Sure.
You know,
and
that's what we, you know, that's what we desire, man. We desire for our people to be united as one underneath the righteous order of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man.
Sure.
Okay, rather than be scattered and you know, be given to idols, you know, and different belief systems amongst these other nations. Okay.
Sure.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. It says, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear, which this is coming, the times that we're coming into, okay, Jacob's trouble, okay, a time unlike any other time in history, okay. All right, and it's gonna culminate ultimately between the Western powers, okay, and the Eastern powers into World War III. Okay, all right, and the missiles gonna be fired off, you know, blocking out the sun. Okay, all right, knocking cities to dust. All right, the global powers are gonna be shaken. Okay. All right, and then also when the Lord comes back in His chariots, that's going to block out the sun and the moon and the stars as well. And the presence of the Lord in His chariots is going to shake the earth as well. Okay, all right, and it says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, which is Yahushua and what we call the fathership. Okay, second Ezra the 13th chapter. All right, it says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. All right, because people are going to be afraid. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud, in the clouds with power. In the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Okay? All right, so He's coming back not only in the main chariot, but it's going to be other chariots as well.
That's right.
Okay, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. Okay, or flying saucers. Those are the vehicles of God and His angels. Okay? All right? And He's going to come with a multitude of angels.
That's right.
Okay? With power and great glory. All right, it says, and He shall send His angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together His elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay? All right, so He's going to send forth His angels with a great sound of a trumpet, man, calling, the elect home. Okay, up into the chariots, delivering them from the four corners of the earth, man, from one end of heaven to the other.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and Lord willing, and see, that's something to meditate upon, man. You know,
Yep.
we know the brothers that we know, the believers that we know right now.
Right.
You know, which that number is getting ready to increase.
Yep.
You know, as the days go by. All right, until the day of salvation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but there's so many. What about members of the elect in Africa, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, in
Right.
South America that we haven't met in this life,
Right.
and aren't gonna meet in this life, you know,
Right.
or may not meet in this life, or in Asia, or in the Middle East, or Russia. I'm saying,
Right.
could be watching this video right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
You right.
you know,
Right. Yeah.
we gonna meet them.
Right.
Lord willing, we intercede, and we gonna meet them, man. They gonna have stories to tell us. We're gonna have stories to tell them.
Right.
You know, they're
Right.
gonna tell us about the different things the Lord did to deliver them.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be telling them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, y'all, that was the great deliverance from Babylon.
Right.
Oh my gosh. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we was watching y'all videos.
Right. I was just thinking about that. Like, we're finally gonna meet that one person that was on the comment board that was always saying Shalom.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a beautiful occasion, man.
Right.
The greatest family reunion in all of history. That might be the greatest family reunion ever.
Right.
And that's gonna be the title lesson.
Good. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Hey, the water how much you outside.
So
So this is why we gotta endure, man.
That's
Because it's so much bigger than us. When we understand, it's so much bigger than us, man. And in many different ways, man. It helps us endure, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All that other BS talking about this and that. We don't focus on the gospel, man.
That's right.
Okay? All right, focus on the gospel, man. Focus on talking about the kingdom,
That's right.
about walking in the spirit, about being a brother, about having faith, defending the gospel. Focus on that. But all that other BS, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on that, man. Okay? Because this is the stuff, these are the promises that the Lord gave us to look forward to, man.
That's right.
Okay? And we should have a fervent desire into those things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Jeremiah 16, you want that?
Go.
Go ahead, Jeremiah 16, 14.
All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right. Okay. So we've been scattered throughout all the nations. Okay.
Yep.
All right. The main deliverance is going to be from the North Country, Babylon the Great, man. And this deliverance is going to outdo the deliverance that had taken place in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which that was a great deliverance, which is still talked about today.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, we keep the Passover, all right, as a memorial.
Right.
Okay, to the Lord delivering us out of Egypt, which the first Passover was kept in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and after the Lord slew the firstborn of the Egyptians, we went out on foot.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, but this deliverance is going to outdo all of that, man.
Sure.
Why? Because it's gonna be greater in scope of distance. Okay, but it's gonna be greater even in the fact that not only have we been scattered, but we've been mingled amongst the heathen. Okay, we look different. We don't speak the same. We don't dress the same anymore.
Right.
I'm saying we can't in the flesh. Oftentimes it's even hard to see the relation.
Right.
I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like, how are all of these people the same people?
Right.
Okay, that's why you got people that scoff the sign and this, that, and the third, man. But you have to understand that we've been scattered, man. All right, that brotherhood, that bond, okay, that spiritual connection, that physical connection that we had that we once had was broken up, man. So for the Lord to bind that up, of course, with His word first, okay, the preaching of the gospel, but then to reconcile that completely by actually delivering us all at once, okay. Brother in China speaking Mandarin,
Right.
believers in China speaking Mandarin, other group speaking,
Right.
over here,
Right.
in Brazil speaking Portuguese,
Right.
Then another group in America speaking English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then another in Africa speaking something else. Then another, and you know what I'm saying, that's grand, man.
That's grand.
That's a grand thing.
Yeah.
So the Lord deserves praise for that, man, and that should be something to hold on to grasp onto. okay, to meditate upon, all right, to savor, all right, so that we can endure, man. All right, it's gonna be a beautiful thing seeing our people, you know, underneath one order again, man. One way joined together again, you know, as one nation. Okay, all right. It's Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set His hand again the second time to recover the remnant of His people." All right, the second time. When was the first time? Egypt.
Yep.
Okay, the second time is going to be when the Lord delivers us from all over the world.
That's right.
Okay, it says to recover the remnant of His people, which shall be left from Assyria.
Yep.
Okay, that's the area of Iraq today. Okay, in that area. Okay, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam. So you got North Africa, you got Ethiopia.
Right.
Okay, and from Elam, you know, Iran, and
Yep.
you know, India, the Middle East, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Shinar, again, is the Middle East, a Fertile Crescent, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Mhm.
Okay, Hawaii, New Zealand, Japan, Philippines, Australia, the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? All those little islands, Crete, all over the world. You know?
Yeah.
All right, it says, "And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." Okay? All right, which includes Babylon the Great, which is going to be the great deliverance we just read in Jeremiah 16 from the land of the north,
Yep.
North America.
That's right.
Okay, you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, it says, "Come out of her, my people, Babylon."
Yes.
Okay, come out of Babylon, my people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which we know Babylon the Great is America. Babylon the Great is America, man.
Right.
Okay. All right, it says, "The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off." Okay, so Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
That's right.
All right, so ain't gonna be no beefing between the tribes or nothing, man. Okay, all right, the enemies of our people are gonna be cut off. They're gonna be destroyed. All right, it says, "But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them." Okay, so we're gonna crush you, heathens.
Good. That's right.
You know,
That's right.
you know, ain't gonna be no Israelites like, "Oh nah, you know, no, we gotta show love to them." Nope. We're gonna defeat you,
Right.
okay, and you're gonna submit to us.
That's right.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna put hands on y'all ass for all the shit y'all been doing to us, man.
That's right.
Okay, because you know Israel, wherever we're scattered, all right, we on the bottom, we being afflicted. You already know the Israelites in the land of Moab,
Yeah.
over there in Asia, you know, China and you know Taiwan. You know what I'm saying, and Tibet and you know Korea and all those different lands. You already know they catching hell underneath Moab.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you already know they catching hell underneath Moab. Whether they look like a Moabite or not, they can look like a Jake from over here, which we already know. Though the ones that look like you know Judah, Benjamin, Levi over there, Moab treat them like dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, Ammon treat them like shit.
Yep.
Okay, they hella racist over there. Okay, even though they love copying Jake swag and stuff.
Right.
Okay, but even if they do look like Moab or Ammon, just because the curses cleave upon our seed, they getting treated like trash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's gonna be good payback. Okay,
That's right.
all right,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So Ezekiel 37, you got it, bro.
Because this is Ezekiel 37 and 21. "And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
Yep.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all."
Right. Okay. So the Lord said He's gonna take us from among the heathen, man.
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna gather us on every side, whether we have gone, and bring us into our own land, and we're not gonna be two nations anymore, man.
One nation.
We're gonna be one nation, one people, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 23, neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols.
So we all gonna know the Lord.
Right.
Okay? Everybody gonna be on the same page.
The new covenant.
The new covenant.
Right.
All right, you go to Jeremiah 31, yeah, 31, which I actually got that pulled up later. But it goes into how they all shall know me from the least to the greatest.
Right.
For I will be merciful unto their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be no debating, no beef. No, everybody gonna be on one accord. That's crazy to think about, because you don't see that.
Right, you don't see that.
You don't see that.
You don't see that.
Yep. And Yahushua prayed, that the elect would be one, okay, even as him and the Father are one.
Yep.
So we all gonna be on one accord. Just the decorum, the smoothness the way we deal with one another is gonna be so beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you be wanting to vibe with your people, but you can't,
right,
because they be on some BS, or it might be like a language barrier, or a distance barrier. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch how you move.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna have to deal with that anymore.
That's right, man.
Okay, everybody gonna be on the same page. Go ahead, bro.
If I make a quick statement, man, hey, you know how we read Psalms 133, it says how beautiful it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. And hey, we apply that to ourselves now, but hey, it's gonna be pleasing for the Lord to see all Israel dwelling in unity, man.
Right, yep.
It's gonna be pleasing to the Lord, man.
Yes.
Okay? Because the Lord doesn't, right now what the Lord is seeing, the Lord doesn't like that. The Lord doesn't like your brother having having an evil eye towards his brother, man.
Right. Yep.
The Lord don't like that the woman that's betrothed to you, she shall marry another, commit adultery, basically, man, and etc. But hey, the Lord is about to restore peace, man. Verse 23 at the top again. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
All right. So we all gonna acknowledge, one another as the Lord's people.
That's right.
Okay. They shall be my people. When you dealing with a people, you're dealing with a group of families coming underneath one name.
Right.
Okay. Yep. All right. That's really what a nation is. It's really just a group of families that has grown to be a larger extended family. Okay, each one of the tribes are just families.
Yeah.
Okay, the family of Levi, the family of Judah, the family of Ephraim, the family of Gad. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth, man. All right, so just wanted to get that real quick. This is Isaiah 14:1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land." All right, so the mercy is for Israel. The chosen people are the Israelites.
Yeah.
All right, it says, "And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob." Those strangers are Israelites.
Yep.
Okay, that's who it's talking about. The Israelites, man, that have been scattered. All right, throughout the earth, man. All right, you go to 1 Peter chapter 1. It says, "With the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia." Okay, so wherever we are, we've all become strangers. Okay, so we're all going to be joined together one with another, man. Okay, all right, it says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Okay, so we're going to come together as a united force of a nation.
That's right.
Of the true biblical Israelites.
That's right.
Okay, and take down our enemies and rule over them.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
In our own land with our own sovereignty. Remember, imagine, establishing marriages between Israelite families and the kingdom.
Right.
I'm saying land deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's such a beautiful thing, man.
Right.
That's something to give praise to the Father for, that we got a promise like that.
Right. We all gonna be able to
pass down inheritance.
Right. go to Jerusalem every 3 times a year
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Each other's company.
Right.
You know, unlike a family reunion now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas fighting.
Right.
Somebody pull out the gun, start firing in the air.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, somebody just got out of jail. Somebody a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Adultery being committed. All type of weirdness, man.
Right.
All type of craziness, man.
I think when you read the scriptures about, because we in the Feast of Tabernacles, if I'm correct, when you read it, it says to celebrate.
Right.
In the kingdom, we're gonna be able to celebrate all together.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Come on, man. And you know, Jake get live.
Jake get live.
You know that. Like, we like to dance. We like to sing. We like to eat. We like to jump up and down for no reason.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, exchanging gifts and presents and you know, stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see this brother. I done known this brother since we was in Babylon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wop the band, breaking down the history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Then the other Israelites tell you their story. Oh my goodness, man.
Hey,
you know, man. I known you since you was in diapers.
Good,
I know your daddy.
Yep.
Me and your mama was this.
Jake, right.
Come on, man.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The water y'all busting out.
Water y'all busting out. Son.
Yep. Isaiah 43 and 5. Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah.
Did you have something you want to bring up, bro?
No. This is Isaiah 43 and verse 5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, take not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him.
Right. So you see, the Lord said, "Fear not, man." Even though we've been scattered, okay, you know, and we may not necessarily be able to see, you know, the in full or to the measures that we desire to see it. The Lord's people waking up, man. But the Lord said, "Fear not, man." Right. All right, I'm gonna bring thy seed from the east and gather them from the west, man. Sure. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Right. The Lord is raising up his people, and he's gonna gather them from all the four corners of the earth. That's right. Okay, from the ends of the earth, man. We don't got nothing to worry about, man. Okay, and you just imagine, like, even in the parable of the prodigal son. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. You had one son that was there, and then you had another one, you know, that went off and he done spent his wealth and everything like that. When he came back, all right, the father received him with love and joy. That's right. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right? That's how it's going to be, man. It's going to be love and joy, man. When we see all of our people, you know, that have been scattered and all the different, you know, places in the earth amongst different nations and time periods, we done been scattered going back thousands of years, man. Yeah. You know? There are Israelites that are scattered, you know, and dispersed in Iran and Iraq that have been there since Assyria, Babylon was in power. They didn't come back with the multitude that came back with Nehemiah and Ezra and them. You know, they stayed. A lot of them stayed. You know, that's why when you read Acts chapter 2, it talks about how they were in all these different nations because a lot of them stayed. They didn't come back to the land where we were making those different pilgrimages back to build up the temple. Okay, and then with the Maccabees, how the Greeks took us into captivity and scattered us abroad. A lot of them didn't come back. Right. Okay, that's why you had the Hellenistas and the Grecians. It was just there. You still got Israelites in Greece to this day, and in Italy and different parts, Sicily, Germany, Spain. They still there. In Africa. A lot of them didn't get brought over here, transatlantic slave trade. And of course, you had Northern tribe that was over here, that came over here during the time of the Assyrians, man. Yep. Okay, you Israelites in India, Ethiopia, scattered even further than that, Far East. A lot of them never came back, and they just been there, You know what I'm saying? Being afflicted, oppressed, generation after generation, mingling amongst the people, generation after generation.
Yep.
Okay, removed from their culture, from their custom, generation after generation. The Lord's bringing them back, man. Okay, through the Word. Okay, and we're gonna be brought back together as one. Okay, in our land physically.
Sure.
That's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. You
Sure.
know, it's gonna be a thing of love and joy and happiness, man. You know.
Mm.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse continuing on in Isaiah 43, verse 6, I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back, bring my sons from far. It's like verse 8, bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this, and shew us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is truth.
Mm-hmm. That's all we needed from that.
If I may bring this out right quick, Kat, to back that Isaiah 43 up, this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 21. I'll start at verse 21. Start verse 21.
And 21. Gotcha.
This is the book of Baruch chapter 4, verse 21. Be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is come upon unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. So, hey, man, we're going to be delivered, and mercy's going to come upon us, man. All right, we just read about it in Isaiah 14. The Lord going to have mercy on Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23, I have sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. All right, so we're going to go back into our land. We're going to be in Jerusalem again, man. Okay? And, hey, there's going to be joy, and there's going to be joy and gladness. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, these other nations, so shall they see shortly, Slakia. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
Mm-hmm.
all right, the neighbors, these other nations, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our God, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
That's right.
So, hey, these nations gonna see us receive our salvation, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and another thing too, they gonna see us on top. They're not gonna see us as the tail anymore. These other nations, what the scriptures say, they hiss and
wag their head.
Wag their head, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be no more. Those same nations are gonna float onto the mountain of the Lord, man.
Yep.
Isaiah the second chapter. Man.
That's right. Yep.
You know, in verse 25, I'll just end with this one. Verse 25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and tread upon his neck. You know, you got it, Cap.
Hey, Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 7, close out with this. It says, for thus saith the Lord, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations, publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth. It says, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with a child together, a great company shall come thither. Okay? All right, so you see that the Lord is going to gather his people from the furthest places on earth, man. Okay? All right, a great company. All right? There's going to be believers coming into the faith that are blind, that are lame, disabled, you know, have physical defects, women, you know, pregnant women, widows, old men and women. Okay? All right, it says, they shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of water in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble, which is this truth. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Okay? You're going to have a lot of northern tribe waking up.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
All right? It says, hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off. And say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock.
Mm.
All right. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Okay. All right. So there you go, man. The Lord's gonna gather us, man. All right, from the places where He has gathered us. Okay, we're gonna be joined underneath one order with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai as one nation. No schisms, no, disagreements.
Right.
No beefing, none of that evil eye stuff, man. Okay.
Right.
All right, and we're gonna rejoice in the Lord because of it. All right, so hey, with that, Lord, when this video is edifying, you have anything else you want to bring up? All right, so we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to the elect. Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.